Hey y'all, it is me, it is she, it is her, it is thee, it is Rosie Rosette 2020 How. How y'all doing? I love this song. Go, 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 go. I feel like I'm in a Zumba. All right, and go. Oh, yes. Uh, 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 uh. Hey. Yes. Okay, let me stop it. All right, how you guys doing tonight? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Today is Tuesday. It's the first day of February. It's Black History Month. Um, it's Chinese New Year. What else is going on? The sun is shining here in Silicon Valley. You see what I'm saying? Excuse me. This booster. Had a little nice. Had a little bougie. I was a little bougie today, and I wouldn't have. Well, not that. I mean, Cheesecake Factory is not that big. But I mean, I just had lunch. I had my Renee special. Listen, my Renee special used to be $9.95 at Cheesecake Factory. It came with a sandwich, soup, and salad. Okay, I would have a little drink, but listen. So not only have they increased my little whatever, and it's very filling. It's very filling. It's very filling. I'll show you what. But okay, so they increased that to $14.95. I was like, oh. So I was trying to see. I was like, do I want to drink? Because I really don't drink. But sometimes you just want to get that little edge off of you. You know what I'm saying? You just sometimes like I'm trying to think of the last time I drank. Okay, the last time I drank was June 25th, my birthday, or that week, somewhere around that, in Vegas. Like I literally drink maybe twice a year, maybe. I mean, if I go on vacation, we a little more than that with other people. If I'm by myself, I don't drink because I don't. I need to be prepared. I need to be. I'm sorry. I'm trying to look for this darn picture, but so I looked at the drink menu and I was like, okay, there's no. Okay, This is my little Renee. This is my little Renee. You see what I'm saying? Had the salad, the Caesar salad, the chicken tortilla soup, which was cold. And I had a chicken salad sandwich, and then I had that bread, that brown bread that I always get filled up on, because I would tear that bread up. But I need it to be warm. Okay, I need it to be warm and fresh. And that bread, the first batch of bread that she brought me, it was hard, so it wasn't fresh. Okay, and it wasn't warm. And I should have said, no, don't bring me no Cobra. I need it warm because I used to go to Cheesecake Factory in San Francisco on top of Macy's. And listen, if you want a good meal, now you're gonna have to stand and wait. But if you want a good meal in San Francisco that's not expensive, go to the Cheesecake Factory on top of Macy's in Union Square in San Francisco, and you can sit outside if it's a nice day. Even if it's cold day, just bundle up and you can look at Union Square. Oh, it's lovely. It's like, and it's good price. Cheesecake is really not expensive at all. So anyway, I said, okay, let me get, strawberry margarita blend. I need mine to be blended because I don't like tasting the liquor. I said, but there's no prices here. She was like, oh, there's $16 to $18. I said, girl, bye. No, I'll have ice water with lemon, please. And I was like, no, you know what? Give me a lemonade, a strawberry raspberry lemonade. I said, can you make it? She said, yeah, girl, she brought that back. I was like, now, I have the booster, so I don't know if, my taste buds are a little bit off, but it ain't that. I know I can taste the sweeter one. Anyway, I ate that, which really filled me up because I really haven't had a filler upper since I got that booster shot. Something is up with my taste buds. But anyway, so I ate all that bread and then I ate the soup, the sandwiches, and the salad. So I'm still full, and that was like 5-6 hours ago. Anyway, I don't know why I said that. When I was driving down there to Valley Fair Mall, that's my spot. Okay, that's my spot. I had on a beanie today, whatever, the different orange shirts, just in case anybody saw me there. They won't notice me on the videos. And it's all white people. I rarely see black people. Okay, I know this is about Wendy. I know this is about Wendy, but let me just insert this. Well, and I might do a video on this, but what's up with you black folks in Silicon Valley? I just don't know. I ain't talking about the hood Negroes. I'm talking about you bougie, uppity techs. Why? This lady walked past me. She about 6 feet tall, okay? She had an afro on. I think she went to Christian Dior. Okay, baby, you went to Christian Dior. I got my brown bag. Like, okay. I mean, even though, no, I mean, no. Anyway, I know she paid a little more. Anyway, so, I mean, she was trying to walk past me and not agree. I was like, oh, hi. She was like, she literally was trying. And this is what the black techs do. They'll be like, oh, God, please don't say her name. Please don't say hi to me. Please don't say her. I'll be like, hi. Oh, hi, sis. What's up? I'll be like, oh, 1, 2, 3. It's 3 of us. And ooh. Most of them be like, they'll just laugh it off. But you can tell the ones that are insecure about being black, or whose parents didn't teach them that when you see a black person in an environment that is not many of us, you say hello. You don't have to know them. And I don't know why. Did my mom even teach me? I don't know, but I grew up in San Francisco in a black neighborhood. It was all black, okay, in Lakeview, before it got ghetto or gentrified or whatever. It was all black. You know what I'm saying? So I have no problem saying hi to black people. I have no problems being, what? Okay, let's stop this. Anyway, so when maybe Wendy's the same way. I don't know. So when I was driving down there, I was like, oh, because when I left today, or when I came back, because I had to come pick something up. The white guy was on the Wendy show. So I had to leave. I ran back out, and I'm just like, is he on today? I think so. I was like, what can we do to get this girl back? And I'm just like, oh, Lord, Kevin. We really need Big Kev back, because whatever he did, good or bad or whatever, he held Wendy together. I don't know about the show, but Wendy is the show. So he held the show together. And without him, it seems like she can't function for whatever reason. Whether it's a hobby, whether it's love, whether it's, security, whatever. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, she can't do it by herself. Maybe it's the sorrow, when your heartache and you start to cry, and then you catch a cold and, all that. Excuse me. Have you ever, heard of anybody passing away from a broken heart? I think my father was like that. He was not like his daughter. My father was weak when it came to, love and broken heart. And I mean, he would just fall apart. And I'd be like, dude, you won't have to, that's something he didn't do well. My mom is the same way. I'm just like, and maybe it was a sign of the times. I don't know. But neither I nor neither of my younger sisters, I mean, we will go through some things. They will go through a lot more than I will. But when it's over, honey, it is over. It is over. We're all 3 of us are very strong-willed. Very, very strong-willed. In different aspects. One, the middle sister, which she's the oldest because they were, we have 2 different moms, but she's very financially strong. My younger sister, she's politically strong. I don't know what I'm just strong, period. Just strong. I take care of kids. When I'm around, it's all good. Ain't no fear or death, or not death, but destruction or no harm will come to me and mine. Okay, let's just make it clear. Um, you know, and maybe that might be our down part as to why, we can't stay married. I've never been married. There, one died, and then one. But I'm not. I can't die of a broken heart. Which I think that might be Wendy's case. Not that she's dying, but she's up from a broken heart, and it's like, come on, girl. What is you gonna do? But see, she's weak in that whatever her hobby is. I don't know if it's alcohol or drugs or mixture, whatever, pills. What I don't know. I don't know. That ain't my business. My business is, can you please get your on that chair? Now, with the producers, if they were smart, which it doesn't seem like they are, if they were smart, they would pay Kevin, listen, we'll shoot you $5 million to get her back on her feet so we can just finish the show. 1 million, 500,000. We'll, you and your girl, we'll set you up. We just need you to get Wendy back in that chair for the last part of the season. I'm just saying, it is what it is. But I don't think Kevin is like, you know what? I'm good. I tried to do what I could do, whatever, but she divorced me and y'all, kicked me off the show. So guess what? Deuces, like, what do you want me to do? I tried. I held it together for all those years. And she said she couldn't handle our arrangement or my new offspring or whatever. So what you want me to do? No, y'all gave me my 10 million or whatever, but they need to write him back or do something. But I think Buzzworthy TV and we were discussing this. He is what's going to glue her recovery or her something so that she can get back and see. I mean, that's just one aspect of the equation. I don't know if she wants to go back. I don't know if it's the money. Maybe she may have a mental, physical, financial, or some type of breakdown. Or what, maybe, I think when, she knew, maybe one is possibility that she could, get somebody else to replace Kevin, that she was willing and able to pursue her career. But when she, realized that the streets, it ain't really nothing out there, especially in New York or whatever, she was like, oh, Lord, I got to do this by myself. And it's a lot. It's a lot that, Kev had on his hands because basically, from what I can tell, he took care of the back end. All she had to do is show up, go over what she was going to say and everything and get outside. And he took care of everything else. Did you think about that, Wendy, when you divorced him? I don't know. I don't know. So, Kevin, can you please come back at least for, I know. I know what they did, but can you come back so that you guys can finish what was started? If this is the end of the end, can you come back and just put the icing on the cake and then ride off back to Florida with your woman or your fiance and live life happily ever after? What happens to Wendy? Wendy's a grown woman. And, I don't know if she's spiraling down or spiraling, to the side or spiraling up. I don't know. I just want her on the chair. And then if not, can you please just say something? Shit. Can you please say something? Wendy, listen, I'm gonna tell you, I'm serious. I own everything I love. After March 1st, if you're not back in the chair and we don't, and you don't have a serious illness or, you ain't, had the nervouses of the breakdowns or whatever, I'm not reporting on you until I see you on the screen or some statement from you on YouTube, on your son's Instagram, an interview with Barbara Walters or whoever, Gail or whoever else you like. Not crying and sniffing and not high or loaded, or I'm talking like Wendy, bright-eyed and all that. See, I just don't know. People who have hobbies, they're just kind of weird. I I've been kind of around, some people, they're just like kind of secretive, or it's just like they kind of I hate to make this comparison, that it's like people like, oh, I don't know any pedophile, but like that underdark world or whatever, it's like, oh, okay, so you do, okay, all right, they want to be secretive, but they got the little secret, and then they only want to do it in their secret groups or by themselves, and they don't really want nobody to know, but then if you do know, you do know, and if you do, or the drug man, or it's just too secretive. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, we all have our vices. Lord knows I do. Lord, mine's is shopping. I'm a hoarder. Hi, my name is Rosie Rosette 2020. I am a hoarder. I can shop. I shop every day. It's an issue. Yes, I know. I have probably 20 more vices, okay? And guess what? I'll go, what, you know what I'm saying? I'll say that I ain't got a problem. Well, no, maybe, I don't know. We all have our issues. Okay? I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not trying to be hypocritical. But when you start to do something and it's affecting hundreds, no, it's affecting millions of people, because you got, it's her staff, and I think that's a lot of weight on someone who's someone, or could be fragile or slipping into some type of insecurity, whatever. Like, I had to organize this because someone was coming to fix it. I just shut down, because then my ankle started hurting from everything. I was like, I can't do this shit. I don't know what they gonna do, because I can't do all that. I just shut it down. I just do the same thing. Yeah, I had to write papers, man. I'd wait until the last. I would shut down. That's why I don't know if I can't do political stuff. I'd be like, girl, bye. I ain't got time for that. Maybe Wendy just can't handle the back being, the head, whatever, the executive, with all that goes on the back, and do the show, and go home to an empty apartment, or without a man, or the safety of men. And women, there are a lot of women who are like that. I can't talk for a man because I'm not a man. No, there's men like that. They gotta have someone next to them. You know how you, okay, I'm not gonna say any names, but you know how you, and I'm not saying better or worse, okay. I'll give an example. In Vegas, excuse me. So in Vegas, you'll see a man or whatever, and then you'll see a woman, and then you realize they're together, and then you just like, really? Okay, all right. And then you see a woman, and then you see a man. And I know my family used to be this. I know they used to be like this when I was younger. Wait a minute. You are with him? What? Huh? I've seen a man have a woman, no teeth, just all. Ooh. I've seen a man with a woman 5 times bigger. I'm not saying it's better, but I've seen a beautiful woman. I remember when I was in Reno, this what was he? I think he was Vietnamese. I think real nice, real fly Vietnamese. This was like when Sade came out. I think I told you guys. And he took me to we didn't have to. We got a hotel room. He went downstairs and he gambled all night. He gambled all night. Came upstairs, whatever. I think we ate or whatever. I saw his. It was like yuck mouth. I think because he smokes. We did not. We didn't kiss nothing. Nothing. Absolutely. Anyway, I was into the little nigglets, I used to call them. So I wanted to go to the dollar store or whatever. He was like, really? I was like, yeah. So we were in there and I was shopping. I just really wanted to have it. So we were in there and he was like, okay. While we were in there, two brothers came in. I think it was a brother Mexican. And they realized that we were together. They were like, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Anyway, but I have never been so needy. Like, I haven't been with anyone for 6 years and I'm okay. It's not whoa, it's me like, oh my God, I gotta, just like with Sherry. Oh my God, I have to have a man. Oh, I need a man. Oh my God, I had to. Oh, I gotta have a man. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Oh, he's so fine. Oh, hi Marco. Da, da, da. Maybe I have a problem with her talking about my Marco. Like, girl, you better watch that. Oh, honey, don't have me take this wig off, baby girl. Anyway, I'm just like, oh, but she's just like, oh, I need a man. You don't see me saying that. You don't see me saying that. I ain't. Listen, if I break up with somebody, I got a guy who's calling me from, let me see, 52, 22 years ago. He's still calling. I can leave you. I can let you guys listen to the message. He is still calling. Loves me, loves my son. 22 years ago. He's 10 years younger than me. Now that was a hard one or whatever. I ain't doing all that over a man. No. I can't. And she's 57. What? And she's great. I don't understand. But you know what? That's her. That's her. That's her. That's her. And that's all these other women who feel that they need to be complete while they have a man. Okay, fine. You know what? All right, fine. Go ahead, get somebody. Get anybody. Get the mailman. Get the gardener. Get somebody. I don't know. I don't know because you're like, okay, but okay. All right. I will say this. Being a woman of a particular age, because I think I'm 5 years or 4 years younger than Wendy. I think 5 years. You just like, oh my God, is that my neighbor? Because today when I was at Cheesecake Factory, I'm like looking at my phone or whatever, the waitress, she was whatever. Lord, one of the bus people or whoever helps her came up and, I'm looking at my phone and he said something to me and I looked up and I was like, ooh, he was this young white boy. Woo, honey. He had them. I said, you look like that Tatum boy. He was like, who? I was like, that guy in that strip movie. He was like, oh, Shelly Tatum or something. And I was like, oh, Lord. He was like 6'3". And he had one of them tight black dress shirts. And, his hair was like a bye, that, whatever. But he had on a mask. But so all you could see is his eyes. And girl, I was like, oh. Just, oh my God. I mean, but it was just nice to look. But and then he was like, okay, I'm gonna get you your bread or whatever. I was like, thank you, cuteness or whatever. I mean, he was just cute. I mean, okay, that's I can look and I can understand. I was like, you need to get into the movies or whatever. But that's it. I'm not like, oh, woe is me, or give him a tip, or invite him to dinner, or pay his bills, and no, no, I'm not doing that for. I don't care if you're little 20-year-old or you 50, 60, whatever. No, that's just not gonna. I'm not that. Okay, but this is not about me. This is about y'all in dying of a broken heart, or I don't. What do you call it? I mean, I could say some things, but I don't want to be, I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean. I don't want to call people stupid for, you know, want to jump off a bridge because you broke up with somebody. You have your whole empire crumble because somebody, wants somebody else. Okay. You should be happy that he moved on with her. I was just thinking the other day, I was like, wait a minute, Big Kev had an old girl in a little mini mansion, $700,000, a mile away or 10 minutes away from your house. I said, oh, honey. I mean, that's worse than Peter Guns. Wait, didn't Peter have both of his women in the same building? Something crazy. I was just like, oh my goodness. That's then Stevie J. Like what? But these women go for it. I was looking at the family reunion, and Peter Guns had Tara, and and it's that life. And I think she's still in love. Whatever. I don't know. She's really cute though. I mean, both of them are really beautiful. I was looking at an Instagram thing where Tara was in Daniel's Leathers in New York City. And I was looking at that for like 30 minutes. I was like, oh, please drive on that future one for me. I got to call them and be like, what? How much is this or what? That's where all the stars go for the first day. I'm giving me for. Listen, when I move to Detroit, I'm going to be ready. Okay, I'm going to fly back to Belgium and I'm going to go get me some furs. They sell them used for like $300. And be like, oh, I want this one, this one, this. Okay, how much? I like to bargain or whatever. Anyway, I just can't see. I just can't see. Tara. So Tara had 2 kids, and she found out that Peter was married to, what's her name? I don't know her name. Anyway, and then she had another kid, and then Tara had another kid, and then she had another kid, and I was just like, oh, it's better y'all than me. It better y'all than me. I can't. I had one and done. My baby daddy, whatever. He was no good at whatever. I didn't blame that on. I had other relationships, but I'm not going through all that. I'm just not. Have I ever been through it? Yes. Do I want to go through it? No. Will I ever go through it? Maybe. But right now, I'm not trying to do all that. But if it does happen, I'm not going to want to jump off a bridge because somebody wants to go for it. Go. Get your shit and go. I'll pack for it. You ain't asked one man who told me he didn't want me no more because of another woman, and I wanted to, fight her or fight them. No, babe, go. Go. I always tell you better let me know and let me go. I'm not with all this. I'm just not. And I really feel sorry for women who are simps who, do all this or whatever because they need to have a man. They gotta have a man. I'm telling you, somebody that I can give you some great details and some horror stories, but you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Oh, I know a lot about this issue. Not coming from me. It's a lot. It's one thing to be in love and you just like, he ain't shit or whatever, but you just like, oh, you know what I'm saying? That one who 20 years ago, whatever, he looked like Wesley Snipes. I was just, oh man, we went through it. Let me tell you. Oh my goodness. We had some crazy times, but I was just like, I've been there a couple times. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. But at this age, I don't want that stupid love. I don't want that love that when when it breaks up, you just can't, and okay, for a year or something, but damn, it's been what? 3 years, girl, get over it. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, you got until March, okay? After that, I'm done. Bye. Bye.